My dear buddies, welcome back to Vikas Rachmala podcast of motorcycles. And what happened, Tarun? You look dull. I know
No.
we are talking about a serious topic
Yeah.
and all of that, but okay, fine. He looks serious, okay? And you all already know that Tarun has a workshop in Hyderabad. He's a technician. He has serviced thousands of motorcycles so far, and he's also a KTM expert. And he also knows a lot about.
So that's
almost
why
all
we got this
motorcycles.
topic today because I own a garage and we fix a lot of bikes every day. And whenever a person comes to the service, like they say, like use the engine flush before. Like we want
Yeah.
engine flush to be done.
Engine flush.
Yeah,
So we
engine
get
flush.
a liquid named engine flush. Many brands,
Many brands make
have
it.
it.
Yeah.
The Liquimoli
Liquimoli. It's a big
engine
brand.
flush became very popular.
Popular.
Right? Yeah.
Everyone will ask that, do you have that Liquimoli engine flush? Like not about the particular brand, but it's about that engine flush we are talking about.
So I'll give you a scenario. If I'm a customer, okay, or if I'm a motorcycle rider, so I hear from people that hey, when you're changing your engine oil, why don't you put this about 200 ml or something?
80 ml something.
80 ml?
Yeah, 80
okay.
ml.
80 ml of engine flush liquid. Okay, you get like some liquid in a metal can. Okay, so you have to put it into the engine oil of the motorcycle, shut the cap of the engine oil.
And start the bike and like run it for in idle position for like 5 to 10 minutes and drain the oil.
So you are
So what happening, bro? Like everyone watching YouTube on the internet, it became like a fashion. Like all these big bloggers like using it. Like maybe we don't know promotion or anything, but like
fine. Yeah.
like
See, basically, what theoretically it does. Okay. So when you put that liquid into the oil sump, run the engine, this liquid is very simply put, it is like paint thinner.
yeah,
Okay.
it smells like that also.
Yeah. So it is a solvent. Now, what is paint thinner? If you take actual paint, which you put to cars, motorcycles, put it onto your body or put it anywhere, after it dries, it will not come out. So you can take paint thinner, and also known as turpentine. You can
Just wipe it off with a cloth, it will go off.
it will dissolve the paint.
Yeah.
So same way it will dissolve grease, same way it will dissolve
All the
carbon.
carbon deposits and all.
So people have a perspective that
It helps that like engine to be like more smoother, more refined,
it
everything.
cleans the internals of the engine where there is carbon and there is oil which is stuck inside the engine. So if you put this solvent material, solvent liquid, it is going to circulate all around the engine along with the engine oil, and it is going to clean the oil deposits and everything, and engine from inside is going to become spick and span like new.
The thing is, bro, like people are not recognizing that oils also comes with a lot of good additives. You don't need to use all this like engine flush into the engine to clean it, because the agents in the engine oil itself, like it makes that engine to be like almost all that clean. Basically, everyone uses synthetic oil like in modern days. Like with synthetic oil, it comes with detergents. So like you don't need any engine flush, like unless like you have to do it. Like if you want to do it for like new motorcycles which complete like 10,000 kilometers something. 10,000 like
That I mean, when a motorcycle is only 10,000 kilometers done, you don't need engine flush at all. Okay, I mean it's a new motorcycle, and what Tarun mentioned is that engine oils, when you're using Motul 7100 or anyone which is a fully synthetic engine oil, it is engineered in a way where it actually has detergent. Detergent like what you use to clean the utensils, dishes, and all of that. It has some mild amount of cleaning agent which cleans the internals of the engine while the engine oil is circulating. Okay. So that is why after a period of time the color changes, right?
Yeah,
It is
that's why
absorbing a lot of carbon.
Yeah, it changes. That's why.
So technically in today's date you don't need to use engine flush. But there is a big issue that is happening when you use engine flush. It is a disaster for your motorcycle, and that is the highlight thing which we want to talk about today.
In
And
this
Tarun
video.
will.
Yeah. So normally, if you use it in a new engine, you won't feel anything difference. People will say like, after using engine flush, my engine feels good, and like you just feel it. That's it.
Psychology.
Psychology. That's it. Like nothing, it won't create any extra power, it won't create extra refinement and all. It feels exactly the same as old.
You use Lifebuoy
Ah.
soap, have a bath, you get some very expensive soap which smells a little different. Have a bath, you feel good after that
Yeah, exactly,
expensive soap.
exactly.
You just feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the one bad thing about this engine flush, like if you use it in a older motorcycle, like which was ridden like a 50,000 place or like 80,000 place, and if you put the engine flush in your engine, and like already all these years your motorcycle got a lot of wear and tear inside. So like in that wear and tear, all these carbon deposits will like sorted out and sitting there and like protecting, like not to burn the engine oil. So when you put that, when you put this engine flush in your engine, then
Let me get the parts. We have pistons, we have all of these with us. Give me one moment, I'll get them. Okay?
you wanna get it now?
Yes.
Okay.
So, buddies, what Tarun is saying is that when your motorcycle's engine is already 50, 70, 80,000 kilometers done, so the internal parts like the valve, okay, this is the valve which is on the top, okay,
In the cylinder head.
yes, fuel and air gets inside and exhaust gases go out from the valve areas, okay, and the piston, okay, this is the bore and
Piston.
piston. So piston, let me get it out from here.
I think it's very tight.
I will get it out. Oh, got it out. So this is the piston. And you see there's a lot of carbon deposit on the top and on the sides. Okay. And on the sides, these are known as piston rings. Okay. The piston rings here give a tight seal to the cylinder. This generates compression and also makes sure that the engine oil from the bottom does not enter the combustion chamber.
And also it won't allow that the fuel, anything, all the mixture won't come down.
Into the engine oil.
Into the
Okay.
engine oil.
So when you put engine flush into your engine oil, when the engine is already 50,000 or 80,000 kilometers old, then this carbon is actually your friend. This carbon is not your enemy. This carbon is providing the much needed seal for your in between your cylinder and the piston.
Cylinder wall and the piston.
So, if you wash this off using the solvent known as engine flush, then on an older motorcycle, the compression loss will start to happen. You will have to replace either the piston rings or the piston and the
Or else
bore
like entire bore kit
all together. Okay?
And also it will also dissolve the components on the valves also.
Carbon deposits basically.
Carbon deposits.
Right? Yeah.
So whenever you use that engine flush, it will also clean up the valves sitting area. So that also end up like oil coming from the valve portion, and it will like.
So basically same thing, even the valves, see valves, what happens is that I actually have a cylinder head, but anyhow valves kind of create a seal, okay, so that when the piston is compressing the air and fuel mixture, the compression loss is not happening, okay, and this seal is being helped by the old carbon. The carbon becomes nice and hard and helps the seal. It has taken the shape of the exhaust valve or intake valve. It has taken the shape. The carbon has taken the shape. Now, if you wash the whole thing with engine flush, then
It will dissolve all the the carbon on the valves, on the piston rings. You can see on the piston rings, you can see a lot of carbon deposits. So it will clean off everything, so that next time when you start the motorcycle, immediately you're gonna see smoke coming out from your exhaust. You'll think like, what's happening with my engine? Suddenly it started smoking.
it's burning engine oil.
Yeah. So I have seen like multiple times, like I have said to a lot of customers also, don't use engine flush. Like if we can see it from the engine side, like on the right side case, you can see a glass. In that you can see the oil level.
Yeah.
So if any lot of sludge happening in the engine, you can see it like completely black. You can't see anything. So at that time, like it's better to like open the cases and like clean it from
Manually.
inside. Manually, something we have to do.
Good.
Like not supposed to use that engine flush.
Yeah. So basically, Tarun has discovered this, that engine flush is not a good thing for older motorcycles. Okay. And many of Tarun's customers who insisted that let's use engine flush. That time even Tarun did not know. As a matter of fact, even I did not know.
No one knows.
Yeah, and they used engine flush, and then the compression, the piston rings which were being protected by the old carbon got washed off, and the engine oil started entering the combustion chamber, and basically compression loss also will start to
Will happen.
So basically you need an engine rebuild almost.
So if you first thing, lot of people what they do after buying used bike, they have all these dreams about the bikes, making that, putting the new good engine oil and everything. That time they'll get that engine flush. So if you get like that time, we'll get to know like again you're spoiling the engine.
Correct.
So you better not to use the engine flush
On older engines,
Older
as simple
engines,
as that. If
yeah.
you really want to take out any carbon, okay, which is not like required carbon, which is bad carbon. So basically we got to know today that there's good carbon and there's bad carbon also. Okay, if you want to take out bad carbon, you can always take out the head of the engine, you know, take out the valve cap, take out the areas and manually also clean it.
Yeah.
You know, it's an effort, it takes effort, but it can be done. But don't jump to just simply putting engine flush. So very, very important thing that Tarun discovered, and yeah, that's it, you know, buddies. And yeah,
engine flush won't create any good things.
New impact.
Yeah.
New
it will
good
be like
impact.
same as before.
Correct.
So better not to use it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know, it might not do good for you, but it can do bad if the engine is old.
Yeah.
That's it, buddies. Thank you very much. And as I mentioned that you can contact Tarun, okay, for more questions like these, and you can call
Any
him directly.
motorcycle problem.
Any motorcycle, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact. Although he's a KTM specialist, KTM engine rebuild specialist. So his phone number is in the description of this video. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, and
We'll see you guys in another video.
next podcast. Bye bye.